Hey guys, Terry Hansen here with Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care and another episode of Training Tip Tuesdays. Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care is a dog training and pet sitting company located in Gwinnett, Georgia. We've been in business we're in our 9th year, and like I said, we do dog training, pet sitting, and dog walking services. So dog training, anything from basic obedience to behavioral issues for adult dogs, puppies, any breed. And the pet sitting services, we offer our in-home pet sitting services from, we have a team of pet sitters that go and make visits to clients' homes and take care of their pets in their homes with visits, overnights, live-ins. We do midday dog walks, and we also do private boarding. So anyway, today I wanted to share with you some thoughts on enrichment for your dog. One of my favorite topics, actually. And today specifically, I'm going to talk about feeding time. So one of the things that we do with our dog Cole is for feeding, whether it's we're going to put food in a bowl and give it to her, or we're going to put it in some feeding toys and hide them throughout the house for her to find, and then work to get the food out. So I'm going to show you a few of those. And, you know, always having your dog wait patiently, as you can see, pretty patient and calm right there, even though there's food right over there. Waiting for their food patiently, calmly, and not going for it until you release them to it. So anyway, Cole actually eats, hang on one second, mainly a raw diet. So this is her raw food, and you can, you know, we either do it in the bowl or put a glove on and give her a little piece at a time, making her do some different things like sits and downs and recall, which is coming when called, that kind of stuff. Tricks, she knows quite a few tricks, so having her do different things for them is working her mind, working her body, and it's fun for her. You know, it's one of the ways that we interact with her. To her, it's play, and for us, it's reinforcement of her basic skills. So, and even though she looks super calm, she loves her food. She is very food motivated. So, anyway, let me show you some other things that we do with her. We've got some feeding toys that we use. We've got quite a few, actually. So, this is one that Kong makes. You open it up, you can put the food in there. There's a little hole, and this is called a Kong wobble, and they have to wobble it about, and the food falls out. Or if you're Cole, you take it apart. She wobbles it about, but whatever's left in there, then she actually has figured out a way to get it apart. So, which is great. I don't mind that, because she's using her brain to figure out, you know, how to get it, and that's the whole point. This is another one that I love, actually. If you pull on this rope, these are like silicone little pods, and if you pull on the rope one way, it opens the pods and the food can come out. You just tuck little bits of kibble, you know, breakfast or dinner in there. If you pull it the other way, it locks them in place, so the dog has to figure out what's the best way to get the food out. Again, lots of fun. We've had this one for years. It's very durable, so if you've got a dog that's a strong chewer or whatever, this material is great. We also have this one, which actually, this thing has 4 holes on it, and sometimes you have to modify them. You know, this thing, when I originally got it, as quickly as I would pour the food in, food would be falling out, because there's 2 holes on one side and 2 holes on another. So I just taped a couple of the holes shut, and we put her, you know, some kibble in there, and then actually I block it closed with some carrots, little baby carrots. And so that's another fun one. Again, have had this for years. Dishwasher safe, which is important. Here's another one. This one it's just a ball, but it has an opening on either end. And again, you can put the food in there, and they have to roll it around, bounce it, pick it up, squeeze it, that kind of thing for the food to come out. Always fun. This is one of the puzzles we have, and you can see you spin it and you put the little bits of kibble in there, and there's several levels of it. So they have to figure out how to spin this thing to get all the food out. And so you can see that's pretty easy. It actually came with some little plastic bone-shaped things that you can cap them with, so they have to pull the caps off and that kind of thing. So also fun. You know, these things are not expensive, really. We've collected quite a few over the years, so we've got quite an assortment. We've got a couple other puzzle ones. Then these are some of my favorite dog bowls. These are called Slow Bowls, S-L-O bowls, and they come in lots of different patterns, and they're really fun. Again, you know, these are designed for a dog that eats really fast. It slows them down, but you know, Cole's not necessarily, you know, she's not a gulper, but again, it's just a way to enrich, get her thinking about how do I get the food out of there. She always does what I call, she gets the low-hanging fruit, the easy ones, and then she picks it up and dumps it, which again is fine. The fact that she figured out that she could do that is good with me. She'll pick it up and carry it into another room, dump it on the floor, and that's fine. So she loves these things. And then here's a fun one. Again, very for tough chewers, tough material. You open up the back and you can put kibble in there, close it up, and you know, she works to get the food out of the snake. So, and by the way, these things are not left out for her to play with. They only come out at feeding time. So they you know, I want her to have freshness of appreciation when she sees these things. So we use something different every day. And again, you know, we will oftentimes put her in a sit-stay in the kitchen, and then go and hide a couple of these things throughout the house. She has to remain in the sit-stay, you know, until she's released. And we tell her, go find it, and she just looks all over the house and finds her feeding toys, and then works to get her food out. So, anyway, so today, I'm going to show you just a couple of things. Where'd I put that? Okay. You know, again, the raw food here, this is a prepared raw. It comes in patties, and you know, I like to feed her raw. I feel like it's the best thing for her, and you can do your research on that, or maybe I'll do another Training Tip Tuesday on raw versus kibble. But anyway, you know, having her do a few things for this, I could just put the bowl down. I could just, you know, and I'll do that with the other one. I'll just make her, which we always do, make her sit and wait for it. But let me just show you a few things that we have her do. So from seats, good. So, high five. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. All right. Lots. Good. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see her. So, good girl. Yes, easy. Slide. Come. Lots. Good. Good girl. So I'm having her just do a series of, you know, I had her do a high five, had her do a down, had her come to me, had her down while she's coming to me. Good. Good girl. That's a good girl. Okay. Seats. Flats. Seats. Flats. Good. Seats. Good. So, you know, it doesn't have to be anything major. It can be as simple as sits and downs. Coley. Wait. Hop. Good. Hop. Good. Wait. Shh. Hop. Good. Ready? Shh. Wait. Hop. Good. Yes. Good girl. Seats. Good. Easy. Good girl. So just like that. You know, whatever you like to do. Sits, downs, coming to when called. Those are all fun. When there's food involved. Good. So I'm going to put the food down. and leave it there. And you'll notice that she's watching, waiting for me to release her to it. And I can leave the room, come back in, go downstairs. Okay, good, good girl. And obviously, you know, that took a little time to teach her that, but it's just fun. It builds up the anticipation of the food, again, reinforces her basic obedience, and just keeps her in good form, knowing her skills and having some fun, and so that she is working towards the food. It also promotes leadership as well, because, you know, again, we're just reinforcing everything that she knows, and she has to perform those when asked. So you can see she's having at it. But anyway, that's that. Work with your dog, train them, make it fun, involve food. It's always good when there's food around. And, you know, you can take their daily food and do it in a regular bowl and do 3 or 4 servings, just break it up in 3 or 4 servings, having them sit until you put the bowl down, and they, you know, stay in that sit and until you release them to it. And if you do that, you know, if you break up each meal into 3 or 4 parts, in a couple days or so, they'll be super good at it. If they get up anytime during the, you know, you're putting the bowl down, they start to get up, you just pick the bowl back up. And you just repeat down, up, until they sit and stay until released. Okay, so any questions? Post them in the comments section. Love to hear from you. Or you can email me at info@gooddogcoaching.com. That's info@gooddogcoaching.com. Training Tip Tuesday. Have fun with your dogs. Okay. Bye for now.